All right, guys, welcome to today's video where we're going to be working on the robot project. I know I mentioned in the original video that I was going to just try to pull everything off Thingiverse to build it. Well, plans changed and I designed everything myself instead. This is 2 days of recording so far. So my outfit's going to change throughout the video. And we'll get it done. But I think designing it myself was a much better choice than to just try to pull random stuff off of Thingiverse, because then I'd have had to buy stuff and not build it out of just stuff I had laying around. Everything I've used on this project, I've just had laying around, so there's no special purchases here. Should be common enough items that anybody that does this stuff would also have them laying around. So yeah, I'm going to put all the files out afterwards, so that way you can recreate this. And basically the way I decided to design this is it's turn anything into robot. So everything's modular and can just be mounted on whatever you want, and you just drill holes in it. So if you want to turn a board into a robot, you can turn a board into a robot. Main thing is everything I've done is M3 screws. So all the screw holes are the size for an M3 screw, but obviously you could use self-tapping screws or like sheetrock screws or whatever you wanted. You just may have to drill out the holes a little bit bigger. It's been kind of a fun project so far. My son is helping with it. You don't get to see him too much in the video. You get to see his little hands in there a little bit. He's camera shy. He doesn't want to be on the camera. Yeah, it's not the point of this build. The point of this build is to be, something for me to do with him, not video for you guys to see him. Yeah, that's how that's gonna go. He's not really in the video much, but he is helping with the project. It's a project I'm doing with him. And again, I'm gonna put all these files out for anybody else that wants to do a project with their kids. You go right for it. Everything's going to be there. I'll do more in-depth explanation of the build in another video. This one's more of just an overview of me in CAD throwing this stuff together, printing it. It'd be a really long video if I showed everything and if I didn't fast forward it. So a lot of it's just going to be kind of speed runs of me building it. You can see the printer running in the background. It's printing the last part before I'm going to start doing some of the electronics on this. But the point of this video is all mechanical, so it's going to be all the mechanical stuff going on in this one. Next video will be electronics. I'll be putting the Arduino on. I'll probably quickly show the wiring in that video and then go over programming it. So again, it's a pretty simple build, and I designed everything myself. So yeah, some of this stuff's not the best way of doing it, but it's the easiest way of doing it. But it got a bearing in here for the front wheels. That way, it's going to be rear steered. The motors in the back are going to steer it. And, this guy's just like a shopping cart, basically. So yeah, I got the wheels there on a bearing, and there's a bearing up there for controlling it. Minimum number of screws, 3 screws, and then it just two to put that on, 2 to put the motor on, 2 to mount the stepper driver there. And I mean, that's really it. And rear wheels are printed. My son wants to put them on, so waiting for him to finish in the pool so that way he can put those on the robot. And yeah, I mean, let's get to looking at this thing and see how this build's going. Okay, so I need you to take this hammer and hit right there. Good job. Okay, let's do some CAD work. I know I said that I wanted to minimize CAD work, but I so far designed everything myself. So I printed out a couple of parts that I found on Thingiverse. I tried these wheels out, and I had this motor mount, and motor mounts upside down from what I want. So this motor mount goes this way, and I want them like that. So I'll be redesigning this myself. I'm gonna do the front wheels myself for sure. Probably do the rear wheels myself also. I just don't want to have to recreate that hole because it's curved and then flat, the key shape of the motor. So yeah, let's get into doing just the wheels. So we already did this guy here, pretty simple design. We'll just go over how this is designed. So we have the sketch here with some fillets, extrude it to that point, sketch a circle for the support, and then extrude it out, and then tapering the end of it. So that's it for this one. So go ahead and save that. Yeah, all right. And we can close out of this one. And okay, so let's get started on the wheel. So the wheel's gonna be pretty simple. We need 45 millimeters diameter. And then we can go ahead and extrude that up to 2 millimeters. So finish sketch, extrude, 2 millimeters. That's going to give us 2 millimeters of thickness this way. Here, let me see. There we go. So 2 millimeters thickness that way. Now we need to make a new sketch on that. And this one will have a circle that is 43 millimeters. And then we'll have another circle in here that is going to be 7.9. Let's go with 9.8. Should give us just barely enough clearance. Let's go a little less. So let's go with 9.6. This should give us enough clearance to fit into the bearing that way, so that way the wheel's sitting there. Okay, so how wide did I want my wheels? I can't remember. I wanted them the same width as these. All right, 5 millimeters roughly. Yeah, 5.5 is what that is. So 5.5. All right, finish sketch. And we need to extrude this right here, this face. Extrude that out 5 millimeters. So there we go. 5.5. Okay, turn back on that sketch because it hit it. All right. This one, oh, I forgot. I need to make another circle in there. We can go back to the sketch and add that. So let's just go back here. Inside here, I just need to leave enough room so I can put a second wheel through it. So we'll design a second wheel after this. So that's, let's just go with 5.5. That should give us enough strength going that way and enough hole room for the next one to do that. So finish sketch. Now we can extrude out just this face, and we need it to go out. So we need it to come out the other end of this. So 7 millimeters plus the 5.5, and that would still put it flush with it, and we want it. So let's see. Calculator. All right, so we have 7 that we need to go through, plus we have 5.5. Shoot, I don't have my whole keyboard here. 5.5, and then plus another probably, yeah, I'd say 3 should give us enough clearance out. That put us at 15.5, so that'll work. 15.5. Let's just go up to 16. There we go. So that is our wheel. That should give us enough clearance that we're not flush up against this, because this should be flush with its housing. This one, I had to reprint it. It's a little bit off on the clearance on the inside. So yeah, this is pretty much flush there, and then giving it that extra like 3 millimeters keeps the wheel from rubbing on there. So yeah, that should work. And we're not going to run a screw or anything through it. With the second wheel, it's just going to go push in there, probably just glue it on or something. So should be pretty simple. So we're done with this, so we can just go ahead and save as STL. There we go. And that's it. I got to wait on the 3D printer to do the next one, well, to 3D print it, and that it is currently printing the corrected version of this. And yeah, so this just goes in here, sticks like that, and then the wheels will go on that, so that way it can just turn with the motors, you know, moving it in the back. So yeah, it's going to be a kind of high up robot. It'll be like that high. Y'all can't see it. Like that high. If I get the hammer. This time, don't hit it quite as hard, okay?
What happened to the other one?
It's fine. It's just like that. Wait. All right. Now tap. A little more. A little more. 2 more. Good ones. Let me help.
I didn't do that enough. I was supposed to do it like bam. As hard as
All right. Yeah. Tap it a little more. Don't hit my hand. So then this piece goes like that.
Okay. I need a hammer with that.
No, we're not hammering that on yet. But that's how it goes. And then the wheel will go in this. And then you'll have your front 2 wheels. So the front wheels will be kind of like... So the front wheels will be kind of like that. But they're different wheels than I'm printing.
Because those were bad looking?
Oh yeah, these ones just didn't work right. And this was the first time I tried to make that. It didn't come out quite right. So there you go. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video for today. That's pretty much it for the build, so this is where we're at with it. I did plug in a cable just to make sure it fit. But yeah, so that's about it for now. This is about 90% of the mechanical stuff. I will eventually need to make a mount of some sort to mount this guy too, the sensor. But first I just got to get it running and driving before I worry about trying to get any sensor input into the robot. Just get it where it can drive, and then we'll go from there. So that'll be the next video. The next video I will show the wiring. I'm not going to show me running the wires, but I will put all the wires on it, show how it's wired, explain it, and then just show some of the code, get it driving. So that'll be the goal for the next video. Don't know when I'll have it up, but yep, making progress on this robot. There were some things I would personally change about the robot, but it's how my son wants it, so it's how we're gonna build it. I used to hate when I did projects with my dad and he'd take over and change everything. So we're doing exactly what he wants on it. So anything that you go, oh, that's kind of weird, it's probably because he wanted it like that. So only thing that was my choice on this was to do wheels instead of tracks, because tracks are harder to do, so I did wheels. He wanted tracks. I insisted on wheels because I don't think I could design tracks in CAD myself. So that's where we're at. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.